This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
If you commit to something, do it. If you don't want to do it, say no. But if you say yeah and you committed to something, you got to do it. Stick it out. Do it.
And co-host Marney Winfield.
My rent is paid. I have a roof over my head. I'm married to the most amazing man in the world who cares about me and supports me, keeps me safe, and I don't know. I got it all.
It is the 17th of May, 2022. My name is Corey Winfield.
My name is Marney Winfield.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. And I have the most amazing wife in the world. You mean a lot to me. You really do. And not to start it off all mushy and like, oh, I'm talking about love again. No, I really want to say that I appreciate everything that you do.
Welcome.
You've been doing a lot, and you actually have a job that you go work, and then you come home, and then you have to deal with me, and I appreciate it. I just want to tell you that. And you've been organizing the interns, getting us ready for the UFAM rally, which is coming up on Thursday. Mm-hmm. But we're heading down tomorrow.
Yep.
And you're like making itineraries, and this is where we're going to be, this is what we're going to do, and then you're asking me, and I'm like,
Yeah, I kind of just, you're like, you do what you want. So I kind of was like, I'll roll with it.
Yeah, making itineraries, make one. You don't. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're doing a good job with it. You really are.
Thanks.
And we have like 85 people coming with us. I believe it's
13, but.
Oh, I thought it was 15.
Well, we're 15.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of the posse. Mm-hmm. And I had an idea the other day of getting like little cards printed up. It's something we did when I was in treatment. And like we would pass them out to people if we saw them doing something cool or good or just having a good attitude. Like, you have a good attitude. You get a little, you did great card, or I don't remember what we called them. Mm-hmm. But I think that would be fun to spot people around there. And especially some of the guys, they'd be like, that chick's hot. I'm going to go talk to her. Hey, girl, here's a card. It's supposed to be, it got a smile. That's great, but your butt's cool, too.
Oh, geez.
I think that's how guys talk now. I don't know. I've been out of the game for so long.
I guess.
Yeah, I like your butt. Here's a card. It says you're awesome. It's got my number on it, too. I'm just saying that we could do that. You know, and we have little name tags and stuff. So if people are going, that's awesome. Maybe you're listening to the podcast now, getting pumped up. UFAM rallies in Lansing, 10 to 4 at the Capitol building, 100 North Capitol
Avenue.
And a lot of recovery going on. You can check out the website. I don't know if they have the lineup on there yet, but it's Michigan.org. Mm-hmm. And it's free.
Yeah, and there's speakers and music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to figure out, is it Jabber?
Oh, I don't know.
Getting to the bottom of that when we're out there.
I think that's a legitimate question.
It is. Like, should he
I'm sure he's used to that, being asked that his whole life.
Yeah, he's a musician, and he's going to be playing songs with his guitar. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just a harmonica guy. I mean, in his picture, he has a guitar, so I just assumed.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. You're probably right.
Yeah. Because if I'm going to be saying his name all day, I think he goes on at like 1:30 or something. So it's not all day, but I got like 3.5 hours from saying this dude's name.
So we're going to be on air quite a bit, doing a bunch of podcasts. We're going to break them up in between. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping we can get the interns to kind of like see how they do.
Mm-hmm. We did that once with Parker. Parker did it. Mm-hmm. And Parker did really good. And then some of the guys in the house kind of give him a hard time. So then he was like, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore. But he did really good. And he was like all worried about his court date or something. It was really, really good. But give him like an hour.
Well, and lots of times, I mean, I think that a lot of the times we make it harder than we think because it's really just having a conversation that you'd be having, except for it's being recorded. You know, where are you from? What brings you here? You know, how long you been clean? These are normal conversations that people have when they're, you know, in a recovery environment where we're all kind of in the same place, you know, with like-minded people celebrating being clean and sober.
You should do a speed hosting.
Speed hosting.
And see who's the most nervous and then make them the host of the intern hour.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll do that. We'll have an intern hour, but there's a lot of them though. And some of them probably don't want to.
No, I mean, we're not going to make them.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
You want to eat pizza tonight or not? You want to get home?
Yeah, it's really exciting though. We have so much support. Color for Hope. They're connected to the Drug Free Coalition of Northwest Michigan, I do believe. Something of that nature. And, you know, they hooked us up with some gas cards to help get us down there. So it's pretty exciting. And also a donation to 217 Recovery to support at least one ride.
Nice.
To get somebody to treatment.
You could definitely use that with gas prices going up to $4.58. Oh my Lord.
Did you see that? And isn't that ironic that I filled up yesterday morning and we were out and about and I'm like, what the bleep?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just, I paid like 30 something cents less about 4.5 hours ago.
You know, it makes me think because it's this war and whatever. Like, we better not ever go to war with China. Everything in most people's houses comes from China. They would have nothing. Like,
We'd
for
still
real,
have it.
Mm-hmm. Does it really cost that much more to make a chair here? Or to assemble a TV here? Or make a brush? Or a toilet seat? Like,
Well,
we can't do that in America.
They have operation. They have it down. You know,
I mean, we could have it down too. At one point, we made our own toilet seats, I would assume.
made in America toilet seats, American toilet seats.
I mean, are they that much more expensive? I don't think so.
There's a lot of people that are like big Buy American peeps. You know,
That's all they have is their house then. I don't know. It's kind of crazy though. I saw a commercial for the brand new Ford F-150. It's like all electric. I'm just like trying to like make it make sense. I'm like, it's only 40. It starts at 40 grand. I'm like, oh, perfect. We are probably going to spend 40 grand in gas this year. We could knock that baby out. I mean, I doubt that much. Well, obviously not that much, but still, you know, like if I'm thinking, okay, well, where we live now, I don't know where we charge it, but this thing like would power. They said like if you wanted to have like a party, like power tools, like you can keep your house powered for like 18 years or something. And maybe it wasn't that long. It was a couple of days, but still, I was like, damn, that's pretty badass. I want one. And that's the thing. Okay, well, how much do I spend a month on gas? Probably $500-600. Easy. Okay, knock that out. That's a car payment. Mm-hmm. You know, that's okay. Sweet. You don't ever have to get gas again in your life. You know how much money that would save people? Because then you're not going in, getting smokes, grabbing a pop, some chips.
no, you really thought about this.
Oh, I thought about that stuff when I quit smoking. I'm like, man, I'm saving a lot of money because when you go in to buy a pack of smokes, then, I get a pop and some gum and whatever and blah, 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 and another lighter. There's always extra crap you're adding to it. So just cut out the gas station altogether.
Yeah.
But what would Saudi Arabia and all those countries do? Would they like go belly up or do we care?
What are the other costs that are involved with the electric cars? Like when something breaks, is it like
breaks over? No, see, and that's another thing. It's like, oh yeah, but you know, our good friends over at Brake Alignment Plus, you know, like what are they going to do? They work on cars. You'd still be able to work on them. You'd still have to go in to get stuff checked out, you know, but you just wouldn't be changing oil. No more oil changes. But you still need to go in there and have things looked at. We just wouldn't need oil changes. Trust me, Ford and GM, they know what's going on. They know how to make things break.
Oh, right.
They do that stuff perfect. No, we don't need that thing going 200,000 miles. Let's make it out of aluminum. That way, after so many rotations, it's going to just keep chipping away. And then, it's facts. That's how America works sometimes. But what about those other jobs though? Like people working in oil fields. Where are they going to work now?
Oh, we're always going to need that.
Oil? Mm-hmm. For what?
Just, I don't know. Not in our lifetime.
I'm never buying no electric car.
In our lifetime, we still will.
I don't know. I'm ready to buy a car. I'm ready to buy one. Get on the waiting list. And that's the thing, like Ford, if I was to ask them for a donation, which you can't because they're like, don't ask us to give cars away. Why? I want a car. I want you to give me a car. I want you to give 217 Recovery a car. We can take people to treatment. You can't ask them for that. I should just bust around their Facebook like, hey, can we get a car?
I'm sure you wouldn't be the first one that's done that.
Policy online said, can't ask you. No, speaking of online, there is something online that has me in it. 9 and 10. They did an interview with me about 217 Recovery, and it was pretty cool. It was on yesterday in a program called The 4 at 4. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about mental health because it's Mental Health Awareness Month and how addiction plays a role in that, and kind of shared a little bit of my story. Not a lot of it, but it was all right. I think they did a hell of a job editing it all together because I was rambling on about a bunch of nothing. Mm-hmm. I felt bad for them. I tried to call you in here, but you wouldn't come in here to the room. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, no, I didn't. I was just leaving you to your interview. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear you call me in.
I did. It was loud, too. But anyway, it's on their website. I was going to post it on our website, which, I could put a link up there, but I was like, I think they want people to go to their website. So you can just go to their website, or I guess if you want to go to 217recovery.com, you can check it out and see if I do post something on there about it. But my mom was excited. My dad was excited. My little brother told me he loved me.
That's amazing.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we knew that, but.
Yeah. But just, those people that have seen me at the worst and darkest times that you've never seen me.
Right.
Those people can look at it and go, whoa. Mm-hmm. That's a really good feeling. And I feel like I'm just getting started. People are like, man, you're doing great. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But there's 80 billion things I want to do. And on a scale of 1 to 100, I think I'm at a 2 of what I should be doing or what I could be doing. So I kind of, I don't know. But it was cool though. They gave us some love, and Xavier is the guy who runs that segment. He came out to the apartment and was in the studio and stuff, and he was a cool guy.
Yeah, he's very cool.
He said that I was doing great things too, and if I ever needed anything to reach out. So give them props.
Yeah.
Check out our website for the link. Yeah, one friend, Brian, posted a picture. He took a picture of me while I was on his television while he was watching it. And he was like, oh, look at this sexy guy or something like that. I was like, all right, Brian, thanks. But it feels good. And he said that he got a shirt from us 2 years ago. And he says he's still rocking it.
Nice.
I was like, you should probably get a new one, man. You can sign up to win a free one, 217recovery.com. But yeah.
That's cute. No, it was a good interview, or good segment, rather, they put together.
Yeah, and then the open today, I was going to talk about that, was if you say you're going to do something, do it. Mm-hmm. If you commit to something. Well, one of our interns yesterday was like, hey, guys, sorry, can't go. Got work. I'm like, what? What do you mean you have to work? What are you talking about? You told us weeks ago that you're down and you're going, and we got hotel rooms, and you're just going to be like, oh, no, got work, can't go. And I hit him with the commitment speech.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, just tell him that you're in early recovery. And I don't think I said that. I just said, just tell him that you're in recovery and you have a recovery event that's what I said. You have a recovery event that you committed to, and it's very important for your sobriety that you hold up to your commitments or something like that.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even think you need to go that far, but
Because he just got the job, it's not
right,
like.
right. And well, he actually did put the time, requested it off when he first doing his paperwork. So, just kindly remind him that I've made this commitment and it's important to me. I'm in recovery and this is important to me. I need this time off.
And that's a good lesson. If you're starting a new job and you've already committed to something, you tell them I'm unavailable on this day, this day, this day.
Oh man, I could go on about that for hours.
That's how you do it.
Well, like let's say you found a group, right? You found a home group that you like, and it's on Wednesday nights at 5:30, and you get a new job, and they're like, and you really want the job, and they're like, "What's your availability?" And you're like, "Oh, I can work whenever." And then next thing you know, you're on the schedule for Wednesday night, and you're like scrapping to being like, "Yeah, I know I said that, but I really have something I like to," No, you're a person. You have responsibilities. And the thing is, they're people too, and they have responsibilities. So you just need to advocate for yourself, make your boundaries, right? Be clear about what you can and cannot do. And if it exceeds what they're looking for from you, or it's not a good fit, then it's not a good fit. There's a million jobs out there. Find one that fits you and what you're doing for your recovery.
Yeah.
That's number one. I tell everybody that I interact with how important that is. Like you get, it's great money. Yeah. How many hours are you working a week? 65 to 70. Ugh. And so when do you have time for, I get my meetings in. Are you awake for them? Like, are you really truly mentally there?
Right.
Are you basically just like counting the seconds on the clock till you can go and hit your head on that pillow? Probably, because that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm. And then it's not fun.
And it's not fair. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to what you're trying to do with your new life. So, stick to those boundaries.
We've all done it, though. I know exactly what you're saying.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'll do 7 days a week. What?
Yeah.
I don't want to work 7 days a week, man.
I was like, I'm going to get another job. I was in early recovery, and I was like, I need to make some more money. I'm going to get another job. I was working one job was 35 hours a week, and the other one was 25 to 30. But not 40 out, not over 40 with one of the jobs. Both were part-time. So it was okay. Yeah.
You probably, I think we all go through that phase of I just need to make more money. If I get more money, then I'd be happy. Everything would be cool, and then I won't drink. Mm-hmm. You went through that phase too?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and then it's not the case.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah, like you said, you become just working all the time, and then you're slacking on what you really need to be doing for your recovery. Because if it was easy, there wouldn't be treatment centers. People would just boom. Oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah. But we have to take that time to really work on ourselves, and it's a new life.
Yeah.
For me, it was 20 years of drinking, then not drinking. Wait, what do I do? Who am I? What do I like? I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of scary. And then you have to kind of figure all that stuff out and, go into meetings, find one that you like. Like you said, if there's Wednesday at 5:30, make sure you tell them, not available Wednesday at 5:30. If you can get at least one day that you're going to go in and do some good recovery stuff and hit a meeting that you like, do it.
Right. Yep.
And if they're like, nah, you can't do that. I'm like, all right, well.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm sure you'll find somebody.
Yep.
Probably not as good as me, but hit me up if you want to change on that.
Yeah, but you start burning the candle at both ends, you'll crash, and it's not going to be pretty. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, so be careful with that. Yeah, especially if you start a new job and you already made a commitment to go to a recovery event with 217 recovery, you tell them.
Yeah,
and be there.
A piece of advice too is starting a new job or considering accepting a job is sit down and say, can I talk to you for a minute? Or can I have a conversation with you for a minute about the schedule? Make it real. Make it so they hear you, not just you're in your passing and they're doing something and, you're in the middle of your shift and you just mention it in passing, because that stuff's not going to be really retained. And then you're going to be bitter because the schedule doesn't change. And, really you kind of have to spell it out.
Don't be afraid to play the recovery card either.
Not at all.
Meaning, they want you to be sober, trust me.
Yeah. They do.
And you're going to be a better employee if you're sober. And not really, it's not really a recovery card. But don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm in recovery. And you might have to explain it to them. Like, that means I'm living a life where I don't use drugs. That includes alcohol. Alcohol's a drug. Mm-hmm. You know, and say, I need to really focus on that. It's very important to me. You know, it's new to me. You know, you can be honest with them. And I think they'll appreciate it. But just because you say, hey, I'm in recovery, or, you know, I'm working this program, they might not understand that. And there's a lot of people out there. I know there's some right here in Traverse City, Michigan, that, oh, recovery. Wait, what? You're using drugs? Mm-hmm. No. Well, how long you been clean? 2 months. So you can go right back out and do it again. Well, I hope not. You know, I pray to God every day that I don't. But yeah, this is something I'm doing. So, well, I don't need no alcoholics working here. I don't need no junkies working here. You know, like they automatically think that you're still using. So, you know, explain it to them. You know, I'm in recovery. That means I'm choosing this new life. It's not easy. There's things I need to do, but they'll appreciate it, and you won't get caught in a lie later. Which I shared like 300 episodes ago, probably. And about 10 episodes ago, I don't know, I share it all the time, really, about having that situation where the boss came up and was like, oh, because we actually at the UFAM rally 3 years ago, I told him that I needed it off, you know, that we had an event that we were going to. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And he came up to me and was like, hey, so this event you're going to is about recovery? And I was like, yeah. And he just flat out, are you in recovery? And it was like an oh shit moment. I was like, like in my mind, it was like 20 hours of me just going, yeah, yep. Got 3 months, a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I realized that we hired you right on the spot, and we didn't really have a chance to do much digging on you, but we checked out your Facebook, and I saw that you're in recovery. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my gosh, that could have been so bad. It's those moments that I still pat myself on the back for, because the old me would have, oh, nah, man, I just, you know, I hang out with people that are in recovery because I'm such an awesome dude, you know?
Really?
But I would never even have a problem with drugs. I'm so awesome.
Wow.
I don't know if I would have went that far with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have played it off like, nah, man, just a buddy of mine, and just this house I live at with 16 dudes, some roommates. I didn't really tell him I was in the recovery. Well, maybe I did. But we didn't really get into that too much. I just was like, yeah, I live with some guys. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really want to explain the sober living situation to him. But I didn't need to, you know. But later I ended up becoming a recovery or a manager at one of the homes. So, you know, I remember we talked about that. And I was just like, man, it's so different. Like, it was so different. Mm-hmm. You know, between living in one and then becoming a manager in one, because you look at the guys so differently, and you realize, at least I did, that everybody is at their own level, you know, and some guy might need a ride here. Some guy might need help getting food, and some guy doesn't understand you got to put the lid back on your milk when you put it in the fridge. You know, I mean, I don't know, like, it's crazy. Like, you would just assume, like, oh, everybody knows that. No, they don't. People are raised different. Mm-hmm. Some people are like anal about everything, you know, and other people are just, my underwear is on the kitchen floor. Who cares? It never went that far, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I mean, people have come from different lifestyles and with different responsibilities, and some people maybe were catered to by their wife or their mom or something, and they're not used to having to pick up after themselves or do their own laundry or have a chore, you know, mm-hmm. and make their own food. Things like that are foreign to some people.
And they don't even realize it.
They just think,
oh, I come home, food's on the table. Like, that's how life goes. Mm-hmm.
And then some people have had nothing, and so that's a shocker. And it's like, like nobody's going to be at the same spot starting off in early recovery. And some people might have had 4 or 5, 10 years and now they're back. And so maybe they have a foundation of knowledge about what they need to do, but it's still a whole new beginning again. And sometimes it's even harder for those people because it's like a reminder, like I had this, like I already did this, and then there can be a little bit of like, shame and guilt that you need to address, and you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way. You made it back, which says a lot because a lot of people don't.
Right. And
that's the messaging I try to get to clients that have had a relapse and come back. It's like, be proud of yourself. Like you're here. That's what's important.
And then some, and I was guilty of this, a little concerned about what other people are doing. Just when you're living in the house with a bunch of people in sober living, and well, Mike's not doing that. Mm-hmm. Mike's not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's a contagious kind of frame of mind can be detrimental to an entire household.
We had this one guy when I was staying at Nathan's house, and this dude, man, I don't know what fantasy island he was on. He started just lying so much, he started believing him. And like, he would look at you and be like, yeah, I did my chore. Like, dude, there's pubic hairs everywhere in the bathroom. Like your chore is clean the bathroom. Like, no, there's no way you did that, Yeah, I did, man. Don't tell me what to do, bro. I'm like, all right, man, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, like, Nathan's house, the owner, Jason, he'll come by and he'll check your shit, man. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing it, your shit will be outside. And he will say, you don't live here anymore. Like, there's no play in there, and I kind of like that. And when you see people get thrown out, you realize, oh, okay, I'm cleaning the bathroom. Whether homeboy's doing it or not, that's on him, and the day I cleaned the bathroom, it was a nice, clean-ass bathroom. Spent a little longer on the toilet that day because I deserved it.
There you go.
But, yeah, but I find myself, like, just like, whatever, man. But at first, like, oh, who's leaving taco shells out? And I'm like throwing people's stuff outside in the snow, and who cares? It's not my job. I'm not the house manager. Like, just take care of my stuff, do what I need to do. Mm-hmm. I don't care. You can poop on the floor. I really don't care. I mean, I would care, but it's not my job. My job is to go to X amount of meetings and not drink or use drugs.
And do your chore.
Yeah, and pay my living expense. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no free ride. And just to learn those things that I didn't want to do, like, I remember one time, Jason, the owner, came by and he was like, hey, guys, I got so many bags in the garage. This is ridiculous. Clean it up. You get 2 bags each or whatever. He said, here's a roll of painter's tape. It's blue tape. Put your name on it and label it. Anything not with a blue label on it, I'm throwing it away. Mm-hmm. Well, I got a red label. Mine's cool. I'm good. I don't need to do nothing. And he said, Corey, are these your bags? I was like, yeah. I don't see blue tape on them. Oh, but my name's on them. But you heard what I said, right? And I was like, yeah, give me that tape, because I knew he didn't play. Like, thanks for giving me another opportunity. And Beckman actually got his shit all thrown to the curb. Whoa, my name was on it. Well, not with the blue tape. Yeah. Just a little thing sometimes, that I don't have to do that. I mean, he's talking to the other guys. It's just those little things like that you just have to kind of check yourself sometimes. And just because I don't feel like I have to do it, like we're somebody special,
Yeah.
We all think we're special until our shit gets thrown out on the curb. I remember, like, I think Rob and I were going through Ryan's stuff because we didn't know Ryan had just kind of moved in really, and we didn't really talk to him too much. And next thing you know, Rob's like, well, cool, I got a new bag and everything. Which I think he ended up selling back to him or something. I can't remember, something silly. Mm-hmm. But it was funny. Beckman came home. oh, my stuff's out there. Like people were stealing his coins and everything. That was kind of not stealing them because they were trash. They were out by the road. You know, cops can go through it too. It's abandoned property. It's fair game. But yeah, it's good to learn those lessons sometimes, and sometimes you got to learn them the hard way. But it's better when you can watch other people learn them the hard way and then learn from that, and then realize, you know, maybe I'll just put my name on some stuff. Is it really that hard?
Yep. Right.
And then we make a big deal about, oh, threw my stuff away. Or, okay, well, let's rewind this because you had an opportunity to not let it get this far. Anyway, I want to talk to Tyrone about opportunities, but I'm going to save that for the UFAM rally.
Okay.
I'm going to have an opportunities segment. Opportunities and options is what we're going to call it.
Awesome.
Because we got the live broadcast, we got a microphone, we got a wireless. Actually, we got a few microphones, but one of them we got like a wireless adapter, and we'll send Tyrone out. I was thinking about Justin, but I don't know. I don't know if Justin would do good out there in like the middle of strangers with crazy questions.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not going to spill.
You'll have to find out. Just tune in.
Yes, because I have some.
He's doing spoilers right
some
now.
Fun and games. Let's call it that. But yeah, listen to the broadcast. We're going to be broadcasting all day. We are going to pause in between. So I think we're going to go probably a little after 9. As soon as we get set up, we're going to start rolling with it. But then like 10 to probably 10:50, 10:55, you know, give us a little break. We'll go back into it. But that'll allow us to publish them to all the other apps like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, all that stuff. And of course, our app as well. There's a link on our app that should take you to the Spreaker, which you can listen live. That's how you'll be able to listen live through Spreaker. And you can either go to Spreaker now and follow us, or like I said, there's a link on our 217 Recovery app. So looking forward to it. Pretty excited, pretty tired though right now. So
is it time to go to bed now?
it is for me.
And then you got to pack up everything.
Yeah, we got tons of shirts.
Yep.
A little small donation. You can grab a 217 Recovery shirt. We got hats. And they're cool hats too. They really are. So come see us. UFAM Rally. You'll hear more from us before then, I'm sure. But thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. For more episodes plus bonus features, download the 217 Recovery app and support recovery by rating us in the App Store.